All right. And we should be live on another Work After Hours. Actually, now it's Work's Overtime chat. Welcome, everybody, in the chat room. As always, we appreciate you coming and hanging out with us for a while. Tonight with us on the show, we've got Manny Things.
Hey, everybody.
And we've got Builder Shooter. So, as always, tonight we've got a little bit of gun news, a little bit of questions that we're going to cover, and we've got a game that we're going to end up playing here in a little bit. But first, how's it going, everybody in the chat? We got Kathleen in here. We got Professor Pistol Pete's in the house. I think I saw John Jeffries is in there. Everybody doing okay? Everybody who's... Are any of you guys south of us down in the hurricane zone? Because I heard some of them got hit pretty hard. Huh?
I think Kathleen is.
Oh. No, she's out west, isn't she?
I thought she's in Washington.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's in Washington. I don't know. Anyway, I heard they got... I know that it put our tactical pontoon trigger behind a little bit because he's down in Louisiana.
Oh, dead.
So, yeah, I know. we're running up on it now. So we got, what, 2.5 weeks left till that.
How far behind is it?
I don't know. He is 600 miles away from home right now. He's got to get back, assess, and it hadn't even gotten returned to him by the post office. So we'll see on that one. That was a whole big, that was just a cluster. But glad to see nobody down in the chat is down in hurricane zone. Manny, Builder, how are you guys doing?
I'm tired.
I'm doing.
I'm eating ice cream.
I'm kind of jealous of that. Is it a head cold or is it the Rona?
I mean, I'm not getting tested, so it can be whatever you want to call it.
They told you they just released a thing saying do not get tested if you don't have the symptoms. And by symptoms, they mean like multiple ones of the symptoms, like the cough and fever. And they're running out of tests for people because all of these people who get like the sniffles are going to get tested. And yeah, it's insane. It takes 48 hours to get a 24-hour test back.
One of the people at work was like, "Did you check your temperature? Are you running a fever?" And I was like, "I don't care."
Nope.
You already had it, so get over it.
It was that guy, huh?
Yep.
I mean, I've been feeling the same way since I got back from my vacation. I've been getting that head cold and congested, and it's finally breaking up now, but it sucks.
You better get rid of that shit before you come down here.
Oh, I will. I'm on the ass end of it, so.
Yeah, I don't want my driveway getting all yucky.
Huh?
I don't want my driveway getting yucky from his road.
That's right. We don't need to have to spray off his driveway with bleach.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what is this? It's time for some news. All right, our first bit of news tonight is that Geisley, the trigger manufacturer, has donated 250,000 face masks to the SHOT Show 2021, which begs to question in my book, is SHOT Show 2021 happening? There's not a whole lot of conversation that needs to be behind this. I don't think it's going to happen. I know that CES that was happening the weekend before that in the same venue has already canceled, and one of the things that happens there a couple of weeks after that has now canceled. So I don't think SHOT Show is happening in 21. Do you guys think it's going to? Manny, you say yes?
I say yes, but it's going to be a lot smaller. You'll see less media there, and it'll be more about engineering and whatnot, and behind closed doors.
Yeah, I think Builder's right. I think it's going to be virtual, and I think it's going to be a lot of kind of like they do with Comic-Con. It's going to be a bunch of like virtual on the TV, like YouTube stuff. Each one of they'll make like a SHOT Show 21 YouTube page, and each one of the companies will have their promo for their new products on there.
Which will save a lot of money if you think about it.
Either that, or I do think they're going to have NRAM next year. I think NRAM is going to be pushed off far enough into the season that they're going to know how the season's going on. And I do think they're going to have NRAM. And they may hold off and just... I mean, some of the manufacturers may hold off till then. I still think they'll do the virtual SHOT Show. but I think some of the manufacturers might hold off to see if NRAM happens or not. Any other thoughts on that?
I'm just reading through the show notes, and one of the things in Manny's game, he's a dick. Either one of those options.
Isn't that kind of the point?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to fill the show with music. Actually, before that, we should probably do an announcement.
Oh yeah.
So, as you guys have noticed, we are now on the B channel. YouTube has been hitting the main channel pretty not so fun, and so we had to move off the A channel. But kind of a side effect of all this as well, we are going to be going back to bi-weekly live chats. So we're going to be going back to doing live chats every other week. Starting next week will be our first week off.
Yes. Sorry, I said that out loud.
You did indeed. We're just...
I'm still going to call you for about 2 hours on the phone every day, every Thursday.
We're getting kind of burnout. We feel like you guys can feel like we're getting kind of burnout. So we're going to take a break from the weekly live chats. Give us a little bit of a chance to recharge. We'll get you guys some different content rather than the live chats. But
We'll have a new segment coming out before too long that we've been working on. Not Manny, because we don't like him.
Oh.
Oh, that's just mean. But yeah, Builder and I do have a new segment that we've been working on, kind of figuring out. And so we will be still giving you guys plenty of content, but we're going to do live chats every other week now, just at least for a while. We started doing this all when the Rona went down. We had a lot more time on our hands. Now we don't. So that's our announcement for this week. In the meantime, I'm not going to go play the news music again. I already did that. So our next bit of news is CMMG has unveiled their first, the 5.7 by 28 to 22 long rifle conversion. So what that means is you can take the CMMG Banshee that shoots the 5.7 round, and you can convert it to 22 long rifle to actually be able to afford to shoot your gun. So what do you guys think about that?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I would concur
There's
with
no
that.
negative to that.
No, not at all. I'm actually surprised it didn't come a little quicker. And are there other AR platform guns that shoot the 5.7 right now?
The AR-57.
Okay, there you go.
It's
I wonder
been
if
out
this will work in that as well.
It's been out for 10 or 15 years. Uses the P90 mag, drops the spent casings down the mag well.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Does it use an AR bolt carrier group? Probably not.
I don't know. I know it drops the spent casings down the mag well, and people would buy those, and then they would cut the feed lips off of a standard AR mag, put it in the mag well, and catch all their brass.
Ah, that's genius.
Yep.
Leave it to the pores to figure out a way to catch these super expensive brass. Pistol Pete says if you can find 22 long rifle. Actually, funny thing about that, I can actually find 22 long rifle easier than I can find 9mm right now.
For now.
Our local farm and fleet place has it almost every time I go. I mean, it's
not the
overpriced.
cheapest stuff.
Yeah, it's not the cheap stuff. It's not the bulk stuff, but they've got it. So
yeah, they have gold medal match there.
Mm-hmm. And it's like $5 for a box of 50.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
My farm and fleet only carries like shotgun right now because everything else got sucked up.
They've got big signs at ours that says no 9mm.
You guys know how much I hate shotguns and everything.
Uh-huh.
The shotgun ammo hasn't gone up.
No, it hasn't.
Hasn't. So I think I might.
Now it will. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Bill.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
I'll drag out the old single shot 12 gauge, and that'll be range sessions from now on.
That is unfortunately the one gun that I did not shoot today that I wanted to. I just didn't have the time to be able to sneak that in. I went to the range today, everybody. And I
shot my gun, but you didn't shoot that?
Yes. I shot your gun because I was comparing it to the LTT.
And it won.
Which one?
The winner.
Yeah, it did win. It did indeed. I'll tell you, I was expecting it to be closer, but it still wasn't that far away, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to spoil it too much because I got a video eventually coming out that that's on the main channel. Screw it. So I shot an LTT and a 92, the Builders 92 that we did trigger work on. The triggers are like 90%. Our worked trigger is 90% of the LTT trigger. But I will say that the MP3 coding and the polishing that LTT does to the action is actually a bigger difference on the actual function of the gun than the trigger is. That was the biggest difference. Is
a little smoother.
It is, and you can feel it on the recoil. Trigger pulls. I think I like your trigger pull a little bit better. But the recoil
and trigger though, so it would make mine has the short reach trigger, so it would make sense with the chubbier grip. It would work out better for you. So. Yep, but I like them both, and now I really want a 92, a real 92. Yeah, I really want your mag release off of yours.
Yeah, okay, I can do that before I send it back. Maybe, if I ever get done with this stuff. Oh, all right.
Yours is doing just fine.
I bet it is. Have you touched it?
No, I check on it every once in a while, making sure it's still there.
Yep, nobody's stolen this piece of crap.
Yep. More concerned about my light.
That's fair. Oh, hey, you never got back to me on that that deal that I sent you. Do you think that's an appropriate price for those two things?
I don't know.
Okay, I think it is. I mean, it's like a $30 to $50 price savings on the pair.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I don't know.
So run that past him.
I will. We'll see what she says.
Sure. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, that's right. Okay, I know who bought it. Totally spaced that. All right. Hey. Our next bit of music. Oh, no, that was just for that last one because I had already played it for that particular news story. All right. So our next bit of news. Glock has finally announced they are releasing the MOS versions of the 43X and the 48. These are their versions with a thinner rail, so they are railed, and it comes with a non-standard MOS system to be able to run the micro, like the mini micro, whatever, thin, like the Shields and the Holosun 507, 407Ks. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
About damn time.
It makes sense. I really think.
How many different footprints are there? I thought they all use the same footprint.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they do. They may have just come out with an MOS system for it for future expansion.
Or does the Romeo use a different footprint than the RMSC?
It probably does because SIG's assholes. Honestly, SIG would move the position of the pegs like 1/8 of an inch just to make their footprint proprietary. Because that's how
you can't put your stuff on their gun.
Yep. That makes me mad that I got to buy an adapter plate to run stuff on my SIGs.
Hey, give CNH your money though.
It does.
Then it's better.
I kind of want one a little bit, but I don't know why. I'd probably get the 43X. The 48 just doesn't draw me that much. It's the same size as a 19, and honestly, the 1/4 inch of overall thickness that you save isn't that much of a benefit to me.
I'd get a 43X as well.
I think that's what I'd get.
I'd probably go with a 48.
Well, the other thing with the 43X is you can comp it and have the same length as a 48. Whereas if you get a 48 and you comp it, that's going to be a long son of a gun.
Yep.
It's worth it. Dibs.
I'd get the 43X, and I would either sell or destroy my wife's 43.
Donate it to the channel. We'll blow it up.
No, donate it to me.
We haven't blown up your shield. We're not blowing up anything.
That
You're
is a good
597.
point. Dang it, that is a good point. Hey, I have a GoPro Hero session that we need to shoot out of a cannon.
All right.
I think this is happening.
Does it still work?
Or shoot with the cannon. Yes, it works.
Oh, man, he gets
then-
to shoot the cannon.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
There is a rule with it.
Too. Yeah.
When you shoot the cannon, Manny, you have to yell cannon before you shoot it.
Okay.
Everybody who has shot it so far has done that,
It's true.
Okay.
starting with me.
All subsequent shots, you must yell yeet prior to shooting.
Okay,
the
I was
first
gonna
one
yell
is
yeet.
Declaration of cannon.
You know how I was
and then on
talking in
the
the comments of one of Work's posts about how I shot one of his things first?
Mhm.
It was the cannon.
It was
There
that.
we go.
It was actually one of the most fun things that we've gotten to shoot in the last 6 months.
I picked it up and I was like, I'm shooting this first. And he's like, okay.
I knew I was going to get to shoot it right after. Hey, all right, no, Manny. This is. I mean, we're live here, so this is probably not the right format to do this in. But hey, when you come down, you bring at least one unique cannon round. Okay, the
All right.
diameter is that of a soda can. So
Or a
if,
golf ball.
if you want to do, or a golf ball. So if you want to do like a sailboat round, what you have to do is you take a can, you chop off the top, you put hot glue in the bottom. You just spread hot glue down on the bottom about like quarter inch thick,
Mhm.
and then that'll work as the wad. Otherwise, it just blows the bottom of the can apart.
Okay.
Which we found out.
Yep. So
So grab that thing off of your wife's shower wall and bring it with you.
we were talking about shooting one of those, but at the same time, I don't want to spend the money on one.
I want to use it for home defense so bad. Face shot.
Oh.
In slow motion. Actually,
All right.
it'd come in wobbling like this.
My eye.
It's too bad we can't order one on Wish, so then it's not that much money, but it'd take forever to get here.
We could order it; it just wouldn't be here in time.
Right? Oh.
Put a request out on Craigslist.
Can we borrow it?
Slightly used. Oh, nobody in the poor chat has any idea what we're talking about.
I hope they know what we're talking
You guys,
about, though.
you guys will find out soon enough when there's like just a blurred round in the cannon video. Oh, all right. Next bit of news. I'm not going to play the music. We're done with that. H&K has announced the VP9LOR, a long slide 5-inch barrel optics ready version of the VP9. This is what, the second or third long slide version H&K has announced in the last 6 months or so. Right? It's they've done a couple of them now, haven't they?
The second.
The second. What was the other?
Came
I don't
out with
remember what the other version was.
L slide,
Mhm.
and then it wasn't available as a gun. Is this available as a complete firearm?
Wasn't that
Yes.
an NRAM they released that?
No, because there wasn't an NRAM.
Last year.
No, it was last
No,
year.
it wasn't. Oh, was it last year's?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was released last year. Kathleen says she wants a long 17L.
I had one.
I
and
was
I
gonna say.
still kick myself for that.
It's
I-
the only
I need
acceptable Gen 3.
I need to backhand you for that. Professor says, "Oh boy, another H&K pistol no one cares about."
With Kathleen's Timberwolf frame, she can run a Gen 3 or a Gen 4 slide.
Ooh.
So she could run the 17L slide on the Timberwolf frame.
So buy a really beat up Gen 3 17L and fuck the frame and just we're good.
You can buy the slide from Lone Wolf.
So you can.
You know, I just realized this. I actually did this on purpose. This has nothing to do with the news story we're talking about, by the way. Sorry. The Strybog is sitting right here. Y'all just can't see it because my background is like pure black.
I missed the decorative wood paneling.
I did not feel like putting up the green screen tonight.
Oh.
Laziness won. And I said, screw that noise. This is what happens when we get burnt out on live streams. I just stopped putting up green screens. You just get black. I'm back in the tent essentially. But yeah, I do. I'm surprised that Glock hasn't brought out another 17L. I guess what does a 17L fill though, other than just the joy for long slides on things?
It doesn't work in limited class for USPSA.
Mm-mm.
It's not. It's specifically written in that you can't use it in production limited. Well, it just doesn't fit into the limited size box.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't fit in the box.
You
With
could use
not
it in
being
carry
production
optics.
legal-
What's in the
With it not
box?
being production legal, you can't run it in carry optics.
Ah, damn it.
So then all you can literally run with the 17L would be open.
And where's the fun in that when you're running against 2011s and with comps? And I mean, can you imagine a comp on the end of a 17L?
No, you don't do that.
You would have to drill the actual gun itself.
No, you four-port it out of the huge hole in the top of the slide.
Right, that's what I mean. You'd have to actually put a drill comp holes in it.
It already has a hole in the slide, but yeah.
Yeah. No thanks. Or we could do it and we could just drill a hole. Get a 17L builder. Hurry up on that.
I don't want to buy it.
I was going to say, you have no yearning for a Gen 3 frame, do you?
That's why you buy a Timberwolf frame.
Gen
like-
3s? Okay, unpopular opinion time. Oh, we should do an unpopular gun opinion section. Unpopular opinion time. Gen 3s are one of the most overrated guns out there at this point. I think that don't get me wrong, when they were the newest of Glock's output, they were very good guns. There are better now, and to those who insist upon the Gen 3 still being perfection and there have been no improvements since, you're wrong. All right. So our next bit of news. Let's see. Oh, this one is just a stat, but it's very interesting, and I think that we could see a lot of changes in the landscape because of it. Not necessarily good changes. So, first-time gun buyers. The numbers have been in, as we all know. New gun purchases have been just through the roof, record-breaking this entire year. Well, as of this point in 2020, there have been at least 5 million new gun owners who have purchased their first firearm legally through a brick and mortar store. So that gives us 5 million more people. What was it before? It was estimated at 80 million gun owners, right? Does that number sound right? Or is it 80 million guns total? It's got to be 80 million gun owners because we've got way more than 80 million guns. Anyway, pretty sure it was 80 million gun owners total. So we've added another 5 million to that, making it 85 million gun owners. And there's a lot of different ways this could go, but I think we added probably a good, 2 to 3 million of that are the people who are going to come out as I own a gun butts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people who, when anything happens, and those of us who actually are Second Amendment supporters, not gun owners, but Second Amendment supporters, come out and say, hey, we understand that you're mad, but the action that you want to take is unconstitutional. It's going to harm more people than it's worth, and it's pointless. Don't do it. It's a knee-jerk reaction. We've just gained a whole bunch more of the people who come out and say, I own a gun, but I don't think that they should have that, or etc. And which always riles up the proponents of gun control and gives them fuel to feed on. So that's my biggest kind of concern with that. I do that, and just the sheer amount of demand that it drives versus where the supply was before. So what do you guys think, either pro or con to 5 million new gun owners this year?
Both.
Yes, but what?
I think there's people that are buying guns that went to the range and shot for the first time, and they're like, oh, this is fun. I enjoy this. This isn't scary. This isn't overly dangerous as long as I'm safe and people around me are safe. and then I think they go home, and I think they put them in their safe, and I think they'll get them back out next year, maybe. I think there's a lot of people that are going to buy a gun, probably not even buy ammo for it, and they're going to be the I own a gun, but kind of people. And I think there's lots of people that are going to be adamantly pro Second Amendment now. I mean, they see that, hey, that especially after what's been happening. I mean, a 17-year-old kid defending himself against a mob of people, it's hard to do without something like what he was using.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you're overall leaning towards the pro side.
I hope so.
Okay. Manny, what about you?
A little bit like what Builder said. It's good that we've got more gun owners and people who enjoy shooting, but I believe we'll have some of the leftists who did buy firearms through this crazy time and be like, I have a pistol, but I don't need an AR-15. I'm fine without one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's where it's going to come down to. And then, I mean, heaven forbid the Democrats win in November.
Yeah.
The vice president nominee is a little crazy, than her the president nominee. So, yeah, let's hope not.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So,
just so it can be said out loud, Lone Wolf right now, it's on back order, but they have a stainless stripped Glock 17L slide for $175. So there's that.
Nice.
It's a lot cheaper than $900.
That is.
But you still have to buy the barrel though, too, don't you?
Yeah, it's a stripped bare slide.
Oh.
You got to buy the upper parts kit and the barrel and the recoil system.
Those upper parts kits aren't expensive though, are they? I wouldn't.
$100.
Are they really?
It's like $100 for the parts kit, like the generalized parts kit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, including the lower?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. For that, I could see $100, but just for the upper, those things are so damn simple with so few parts.
Yeah.
$100 for that's insane.
Yeah.
I think they're so simple. Builder and I could take them apart.
I have.
Yeah.
You kidding me? I'm not going to pay somebody $10 to strip my frame or strip my slide for Cerakote. I'll strip that bad boy myself.
He did. I know he did.
Oh yeah.
He actually threatened to send it to me, but then he got bored one night. All right. So our next bit of news, Filster has released a new low-profile, outside the waistband, inside the waistband mag carrier for pistols and rifles. And give me a sec. I've got pictures. So what I don't know how to take this. It looks like it's a stiff outer web wrapped around a
In the little video I watched, she was saying that fabric or elastic have been the way to go forever, but they're hard to put mags back in. So his is a hard surface.
The interior is hard.
I told you everything that I know.
Okay, it looks like that weave is a hard, thick fabric, and then the inside, this section here, is a nicer, more malleable fabric. So this is giving it structure and rigidity, and then this is actually what is giving you the nice insertion.
It kind of reminds me of like an S-Tac Kiwi minus the Kydex.
Okay.
If you've seen those on people's battle belts.
They're Discretionary Concepts clip, so they're winning there.
Mm-hmm.
Builder, you don't have any of those yet, do you?
Not yet.
I need to fix that.
That's okay.
They're amazing.
I imagine I'll make some with something that's coming at some point pretty soon.
Yes, you will. So yeah, that's what that guy looks like.
Click on the price.
It's right here.
Oh.
So the price of these is $60. At least. I think it's okay. Yep, they're both $60.
Ouch.
Yeah,
look at the
I would
price.
assume the pistol. I would think that the pistol one should be 50 instead of 60.
Mhm.
But that's pricey for those. Like, considering that you would have to. I mean, these are obviously not competition rigs. These are not self defense. These are like, well, they can be self defense ones, but
They're
these
like
are
plain clothes
loadout.
detective kind of stuff, I think.
Even then, I think they're more like battle belt loadouts. But you're going to need 3 rifle mags and 2 to 3 pistol mags. So like that's going to get expensive really fast.
Yeah. I'm
But
kind of curious to see what that actual outer material is. I'd like to feel it. I wouldn't want to buy one without actually like feeling it and see what the product's all about in hand before.
It looks like a plastic that's coated in like a weave, or like maybe a weave that's surrounding a harder. I don't know.
It kind of reminds me of like a coated Cordura, like Cordura nylon fabric.
Yes, that's what I'm seeing too. So that's that one. Builder, you got any thoughts? Not really. They're mag carriers that are expensive.
Yeah.
All right, and last up, Manny apparently wants to. Give me a sec. I'll pull this up so we can actually see it. Wants to share a product. Manny, tell us what we're looking at.
This is the Rack Buddy. I literally, like 2 hours ago, I saw a video on IG from a USPSA shooter, Kenny Platt. Now, this product is not just for competition shooters. This is a product for everybody, and I think it's genius. You can put, if you're a competition shooter, you can have a loaded mag of dummy rounds downloaded by 2 and insert this tab into your mag as if it was like a bullet or like a snap cap, and you can still rack the gun and do manipulations of the slide and the hammer, and the sear will drop, but you still can rack the slide and you don't have a dead trigger every time. You know what I'm saying? It's a cool product, and it's super cheap compared to alternative products like the new double alpha dry fire mags.
Right. So this keeps you from having to rack a round in every time or have a round in the mag. You can do a full-on rack or a slide drop or something and not have to deal with the dummy rounds flying everywhere or running out or...
And you can have dummy rounds underneath. Well, it's designed to have dummy rounds underneath it, so you can have the weight of a full mag as if you're practicing. So, and it's a lot cheaper. You get 5 of them for $20 in 9mm or 40 cal or 45.
That's a good price too.
I saw that and I was like, "That's genius! I love this." And you can get them at Shooters Connection, is where I found them at. So they're a cool product. They're for everybody, not just competition shooters.
All right, and that's nifty. Good find, Manny.
Just don't buy them all because I want to buy one tomorrow when I get paid.
That's fair. All right. So that is it for the news for this week. Let me get rid of that on our show notes. All right. Let's do a couple of questions and we'll roll into a little bit of a game tonight. So, you know what that means?
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Immediately. I'm really bad at Arnold.
I think we need to stop it at that one and not play the other one.
The babies one?
Yes.
I like the babies one.
I do too because it's Monty Python.
You guys are both wrong.
All right, we're going to stick to gun questions tonight, so we're going to skip a couple of these. All right. First one up is from Manny. Are there any hopes to getting an all-metal Glock 17 or 19 mag that isn't super expensive? First of all, what do you consider super expensive?
Those MBX mags are ridiculously overpriced.
How much are they?
Like 100.
Okay, that's expensive. In a standard Glock, in all honesty, no, I don't think so. And here is why. Is because similar to what they did with the shield mags, when you switch from a plastic to a steel mag, you're going to be covering. It's going to take on the OD, the largest size, right? Therefore, opening up the interior volume, which seems like a great idea, It seems like, okay, we're opening up the volume with the shield mag. That's how they got those extra rounds in. They opened up the interior volume, double stacked the mag, and were able to fit more rounds in. The problem is with a standard Glock mag, if you widen it up that far, yeah, you can add an additional 3 rounds or so, but it also completely boogers up the transition from single stack or from double stack to a single feed at the top. That entire transition changes, and because I was listening to a podcast where Shield was talking about this. Their Shield
podcast was that?
Doing this. I think it was We Like Shooting. Pretty sure he was on that one. But it doesn't feed as well. And the problem there obviously is you're looking at a Glock, you're looking at Glock reliability, and when you reduce that with your magazine's not going to sell. So I don't think that they're going to be coming out. If they do come out, they're going to be priced probably $35 to $50, somewhere in there.
Not too bad. Comparatively, the OEM mags are like $35, and like 1911 mags are like $40. CZ mags, what are those around?
30.
I know HKs are like what, $70 a piece or something.
Are they? Yikes!
I think if Shield ends up turning out normal size Glock mags, I think they're going to come in well over $60.
You think so?
I don't really see that they're going to gain that much capacity. I mean, I think you might be able to bump the 19 up to 17 rounds, maybe.
I'm pretty sure they said that they could get they got an additional 2 to 3 rounds. It was somewhere in there. So yeah, it's going to be 17 or 18 rounds.
And don't get me wrong, I'd take that, but I guess more rounds is better, always.
Yes.
With the exception of the fact that if I have my Glock 17 with 17 plus 1 and a reliable Gen 5 brand new freaking Glock mag,
yep,
then why would I risk it going 20 plus 1 when I already have a spare mag?
Right.
And that's just me personally. I mean, I could buy 3 mags for. I'm the kind of guy that likes drums and big mags that are way more expensive and way less practical than other mags too. But I could buy 3 Glock mags for the price of 1 Shield mag, possibly. You know. Yeah, I'd stick with Glock mags.
Yeah, and that was kind of my point before. Is that's what's going to happen? Is they're not going to be as reliable and they're not going to sell. And thus, they're not even going to come out with them, I don't think. I think once a company starts down that path, finds out that they aren't as reliable, they're just going to trash the idea. It costs...
There are non-MBX metal Glock mags out there. I have seen them. Couldn't get a manufacturer on them, but I have seen them.
Okay.
I could see where like a 140 millimeter all metal, like an MBX, but if Shield made that, I think it'd be a good design and product because they could get more rounds than maybe 22 rounds in a cheaper platform for competition. I mean, not for carry, but they could do. Now that'd be $60 for that kind of mag. That's not unreasonable to buy
because you're talking a mag and an extension,
and
at that point you're $50 in or whatever already.
Right.
That's kind of more like a mag system rather than just a magazine.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas an MBX, you have the perfect setup, but you're paying $120 to $140 a mag.
I ain't full of money.
They make those for the taco truck, but instead we're running Taylor Freelance extensions.
Taylor, I want some Taylor Freelance. I need needs a coupon code.
I have a coupon code. I mean, it's WorkTheTrigger. I guarantee it's WorkTheTrigger. I just don't remember if it's 5 or 10% off.
Oh, then I'm going to try that and see what those cost me then, because they're actually very competitively priced at $32 or something.
You what, Builder?
No, they're not bad priced out at all.
All right. So our next question, I think, Manny, is this revolver one you?
No, that was someone who put that in last week on your post.
Okay, cool. All right. So it says, if you had to buy a revolver right now, what would it be and why? You're paying for it, and you can't all say Korth.
Korth didn't even come on my mind, but I would get a base Smith & Wesson, 357 Magnum, and I would take it to a custom shop down in Alliance, Ohio, to Defensive Creations, and have him tune the gun completely, mill what he had to mill, and turn it into a pretty much a custom six-shot revolver.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. That's a very intricate answer.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Dave at Defensive Creations does 1911s. He makes custom. He's a custom builder, and he's in the Pistol Guild, Pistolsmith Guild. That's a very prestigious award, and he likes 1911s and revolvers, but he does everything. He'll do Glocks and crap. And
I think Builder and I might be rolling the same way on this. Builder, what would you get?
I'm still looking up the name of it.
Okay, I'm going to go while you're looking up the name for it. It doesn't say what the use of this revolver is. I'm just saying that as throwing that out there. I would pick up my 1858 Ruger or Remington conversion in 44 long Colt. I know that it's completely like it doesn't have much of a use, and there are cooler, better revolvers out there, but I just freaking love the old school revolvers. I love the black powder ones, how they look, but I refuse to shoot black powder through them. So I would get the conversion. Did you find a Builder?
I did.
All right.
There's just absolutely no way you would have ever guessed it because we've never discussed it.
Wait, let me guess.
Huh? Go ahead.
No, I got nothing.
Smith & Wesson 1917.
Oh, yeah, no, I would have never guessed that. What the hell is that?
Imagine the revolvers they carried in World War One.
Okay.
And it's in 45 ACP.
Ah, you and your 45 revolvers.
moon clips are life.
I don't think that one's a moon clip.
Get it milled for a moon clip.
It does have moon clips.
No, it does have moon clips. Sorry.
Yep. Hey, that's all right. That's a pretty cool revolver, though.
Yeah.
I'm still going with my
You
1858.
can tune the action up on that, make it just buttery smooth, and have a really fun ranged revolver.
Yeah, mine. And see, that's really the only acceptable use for a revolver. Professor says he would get a Ruger Super Red Hawk in 454. What is that? Toklet?
Let's get cool.
Is it? Okay. Are you sure? Kathleen would get a GP100 in 357 mag with a 6-inch barrel.
Nice answer.
It's hard to beat.
That's one of those, like, nobody can argue with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You throw out a GP100 in 357 and everybody's like, okay, yeah.
The only
Honestly,
argument would be for a 4-inch barrel, but I'd rather have the 6.
mm-hmm.
For me, it would depend on the use. And again, because revolvers are really only range guns, I'm down with the long barrels.
Right.
With the 6-inch barrel, you can hunt with it pretty successfully in Indiana.
Right.
Nice.
I would take a new Ruger nowadays compared to a new Smith though.
Yeah.
I feel they're better.
Yeah, but I think Smiths can be made to be better.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I'd send that Smith to
So
Defensive Creations.
I don't know that I would have an issue with either one of them.
that's true.
I'd give both of them to you, or either one of them to you, and say, "Hey, can you polish this up?" And then I'd be like, "Dang."
You'd give it to me for polishing, and then I'd call the guy on Instagram who got a hold of me like 3 months ago, and I'd be like, "Hey, dude, I got a Smith & Wesson for you." If it's a Smith, if it's a Ruger, I have no idea who I'd go to. But revolvers scare me. That's a lot of stuff in there. Very intricate little dinghies. Okay.
You'll put an Apex kit in a J frame at some point for me.
I like that idea. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Buy it now.
We've already discussed this.
I know we did. All right. So let's go ahead and take a break from questions for the night, and let's do a game. So Manny Things has written down a few this or that's for us. Generally, what we're going to do is I'm going to read off a couple of things. I'm going to give you two options. It's going to be this one or that one. In the comments below, I want you guys to list which one you would choose while the three of us battle it out over which one we would choose. First up, yes.
And if you have some of your own, put them down there so we can play with them.
Yes. Yeah, put up some this or that so that we can copy them over to our show notes. Professor says, here's a hint, Work. If you don't want to mess with the revolver, don't take it apart. And that's kind of where I go. So, all right, first up, we've got the High Point C9 or a Taurus G3C. Builder, which one of those two would you like?
G3C.
Manny?
Taurus G3C.
Also a G3C for me. The G3C is at least as well. I don't know. High Points are so freaking reliable. So it may not be as reliable, but it's actually like manageable. You could have it and carry it in some way that wasn't like carrying a brick on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes, High Points, I feel like they would be more effective if thrown like a brick.
Mm-hmm. Well, they are throwaway guns, so I mean, just throw it away.
It's true. All right, next up is a Nighthawk Custom or a Wilson Combat. I'm assuming we're talking about 1911s.
Yep.
Okay. Builder, Nighthawk, or a Wilson Combat 1911?
I talked to a guy a while ago that had several high-end 1911s, and I asked him why he didn't have a Nighthawk, because I was like, it's one gun for one gunsmith, and he's like, yeah, that's great. He's like, what if the other gunsmith's better at something? So after that, I would definitely have to go with Wilson. He has lots of Wilsons, and they're dead nuts.
Manny, how about you?
I would actually go with Nighthawk because I've actually got to play and shoot a Nighthawk custom this summer, and that thing was fantastic. And the builder of that gun actually is a pistol guildsmith, and this gun was beautiful. It was very nice. I've not, in credit, I have not played with a Wilson, but that Nighthawk was very, very nice.
All right. I am going to also go with the Nighthawk. I have shot 2 Nighthawks. I've shot 1 Wilson, and the Nighthawks were nicer. Now, I don't know if that's trim level or what, but there was just something about those Nighthawks that was just right. The Wilson was a little too close to some of the stuff that I've worked before to justify it for me. All right, next up, we've got... Oh, wait, let's go to the chat really quick and read what some of them would choose. So, Professor said... No, where was it?
They're all Nighthawk.
Yep. Pistol Pete says he would run a Nighthawk. I just got to make sure I'm at the bottom. Yep. All right, so he'd run a Nighthawk. Don't get me wrong, like the Wilson Combat stuff is super nice. I just, in my limited experience with those 2 brands, the Nighthawks were a little bit nicer. Okay, so our next this or that, the Taurus Judge or the Smith & Wesson Governor. Builder?
Governor.
Manny?
Governor.
Also the Governor for me. The Judge may have been the first with the idea, but the Smith & Wesson Governor is a Smith & Wesson. It's
not that at all.
Well, it runs an extra round too, doesn't it?
It's got 6 rounds instead of 5. It also will run 45 ACP. It's
right,
not even a comparable firearm.
The 45 ACP one is the one that I was talking. Like it runs an additional type of ammo.
Yes, and carries an extra round.
Yes. Yeah, the Governor is just a nicer gun.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pistol Pete says he would take a Dan Wesson for the money. I have heard that as well. I have never shot one of those. I've never even touched. Builder, did we touch Dan Wessons when we were at NRAM?
I've touched Dan Wessons before.
Not a man named Dan Wesson, Builder. I'm talking about the gun.
He was really smooth.
Freshly shaven.
Or was he slow?
Oh, no, we're not doing that shit. All right. Next up, for self-defense, a pistol, a rifle, or a shotgun. So we need a little bit expansion on here. What type of self-defense are we talking about? What situation are we in? And do we have to conceal? Are we talking like the riots that have been going on recently?
Sure. We'll say
throw it in.
Riots are going on, but you live in the next town over.
Oh, okay.
So it's not happening. It's not happening where you're at, but it could.
Okay, Builder.
Pistol.
Manny?
I'd probably have an AR pistol. I mean,
Bingo.
Yeah, I was going to say my 10.5. Without a doubt, my 10.5.
Yep.
Especially now that it's got the arrow front end on it. Oh, it's so
You'd be like, look how pretty this is. Now hold out your arm.
right?
Too soon.
That was.
not
No,
for
don't
that
look
guy.
down there. No, I would run my 10.5
I
for
don't know.
show.
Professor got something. AK in the streets.
Ooh. I don't know. That AR did its job.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I will say this, looking at the very first one of the victim, I don't even like calling them victims. The first GSW receiver, bullet punch receiver. I'm not 100% sure that was the kid. That shot did not do nearly enough damage. So, I don't know.
Borderline political here.
Huh?
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, keep it moving.
All right. Next up. What?
We can't get deleted yet. We just started.
Yeah, this is a brand new channel. Come on. Next up, red dots or irons. This is actually, before we do this, I'm gonna preface this one with a story of what happened earlier today.
Is this on pistols or rifles?
Oh, that's a good question, Manny.
Let's do both.
Okay. All right. So first, I posted my 9 things video yesterday. This is 9 things that I wasted money on, so you don't have to. One of those things was cheap dots. Don't waste your money on cheap dots. So I shared this video and on one. Right. Yeah, I guess that's non-mainstream dots is how I actually put it, because you can have like there's the tried and trues, and then there's like Vortex it's falling out of favor, and then you've got the don't go tos. Anyway, so I posted this on a Facebook page, and on said Facebook page, I had a total FUD come in and say that dots were for range use only, and were and they in capital letters all suck. So that was super fun, which leads itself to this. Okay, Builder, pistols, rifle, or dot or irons?
Dot.
And for a rifle?
Green dot.
Aha. What about a rifle? I know it's the same.
Green dot with magnifier.
Yeah. Manny, pistol.
Pistols have to have a red dot. Well, a optic on it, because you can pick green. There's some. Holosun, I think, came out with gold and blue reticles too. I don't know if they made it to the pistol dots yet, but that'd be.
They did gold. I didn't know about the blue.
You're really.
Huh?
No. Let me get closer to the condenser mic. Then I'm sorry, I was leaning back. But for rifles, I would say LPVO. I wouldn't go with the red dot. I'd go with an LPVO.
Okay.
You wrote the list and you didn't give us that option.
Yeah, that wasn't an option.
Well, would you go with an LPVO, or would you still stick with a dot and a magnifier?
No, would you do dots or irons?
Would you rather have a pump action, or would you rather have a semi-auto? Well, obviously, I'd rather have a full auto M16.
Oh, damn. True that.
So I'm going with the dot on both. The dot life is just superior. It is the future. It is the direction we should all be going. It does make you more accurate. And guess what? If you have questions about whether a dot on a pistol is reliable, run a set of backup irons, you fuds.
Should we do that next weekend or in 2 weekends? Should we drop dots on the ground?
I'm not dropping my. I've done that. I'm not doing it again.
34 on the ground.
Huh? Wait a second.
We need to move that anyway.
We do. Is that before that weekend or is that after?
No, it's already zeroed.
Okay, cool. Let's leave it. All right. So that one is completed.
Before we move on to the next question, I had a family member who's like, I showed them my carry gun because we were talking about guns for some odd reason for carry. Okay. And he's like, I never trust my life on a dot. I don't like dots. And I'm like, you've shot my gun maybe 10 rounds. How do you know you don't like dots? You haven't played with it enough to figure out if you like dots or not. And we went on this 30-minute argument about how he thought irons were superior than a dot. I didn't tell him he was wrong. I just kept asking, and he had no legitimate data or statement to stand behind other than, well, I don't like red dots. I don't like it. I can't do it. I can't find the dot. And I'm like, get some ammo and we'll go out and shoot, and I'll teach you how to shoot a dot.
I got a dot before work did, and I fought it. I mean, I just didn't give it enough time. I fought it. I hated it. Work bought like 5 dots, and he's like, "Oh, this is so much fun!" And then we went and shot together, and I was like, "Holy crap, he's catching me!" And now I don't want to shoot with him anymore. But
he doesn't come
after you've. I mean, I'm not even close to mastering a dot, but after you've shot with a dot, it's so much superior.
It is.
Once you donate the time to it,
it is.
And you say, I'm going to run this dot, it works.
My 17 has only had a dot on it. It's never been irons. You know, that 17 MOS it lived its life starting with an RMR, and it's never been shot without the RMR.
Work, did I ever shoot mine without a hollow sun on it?
You're 34?
Not the 34 for sure. You did.
You're 17?
I don't think I shot my 17 without a.
I don't think so either. I think you almost immediately handed it over to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I will say,
I stole your optic and put it on.
Oh, that's right. You did. I totally forgot about that. That was the one that you did yourself. Look at you.
With a V4 CNH plate, and use WorkTheTrigger for free shipping.
Yeah, exactly.
But and he did have
need to get another one of those.
I need to get a lot of stuff from them. I need to call them.
2.
I need one.
No, just 2.
I'll hand you money. You order it for me. But I will say he did have his sights on his pistol were junk night sights, 3-dot night sights, and they were horrible. And I told him, you need to get a fiber. If you're going to run irons, you need a fiber. Or a high-vis front sight with a blacked out rear.
3-dot sights are a farce.
Do you have a video about that yet?
Not about specifically 3-dot sights, but they are the biggest lie in the firearms industry.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest single lie that like everybody tells. Like there's bigger crap, like I don't know, but yeah, it's a pretty big lie, and it's a thing that hurts way more people than it helps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next one. This or that. Striker fired, double action, single action, or single action only. Why didn't you put double action only?
That's okay. We'll put a 4th one in there. I don't care.
Because nobody's going to choose that one.
Sig 250 live.
Or all the revolvers pretty much live there, though.
An H&K LEM trigger.
The only person who likes that is John Correa.
Which one? The LEM?
Yeah.
That's oddly enough, that's where we saw him.
Mm-hmm. But pistols are all about the same price. So, you know, we're not going to compare a cheap $300 striker fired to a $5,000 single action only, though.
That's fair. Okay, Builder.
There's only one acceptable gun to buy at this point, and it's a Langdon Tactical.
I knew that you were going to go.
I thought you were going to say the G17 MOS Gen 5.
He's on a Beretta kick like Humble is. The G17 MOS Gen 5 is officially the second best gun to buy.
Can we get that on a T-shirt, like on the back?
Yeah,
it'll be WorkTheTrigger on the front, and then that'll be on the back. Or Builder Shooter logo. There we go.
Next chat, I'm like, I bought a Beretta because Builder told me to.
We're gonna have to polish up the Builder Shooter logo a lot if we want that one on a shirt.
Yeah.
Mandy, do you even know what the Builder Shooter logo is?
It's got a saw and a hammer, isn't it?
Remember when it had a bean on it?
It is a bean. It still is a bean.
No, it's not the one on my phone.
No, if you look on YouTube, your YouTube icon for Builder Shooter,
it does have a bean.
It's an AR wrench crossed with a hammer, crossed with a freaking bean.
I didn't know the bean was still there.
The bean is still there, my friend. Yeah. Good old Builder farter. All right. Manny, which one?
Ooh, I'd go with a nice 1911 or 2011.
You're wrong.
That's my opinion, damn it.
Waiting to use that.
I told you there was literally one option.
For you.
So you go 1911, huh?
Yeah, so I'd go single action only and put a red dot on it.
What are we using this for? I totally forgot to ask that.
Everything.
I'm going to go striker,
Okay.
which is funny because 2 years ago I would have been like 100% double action, single action. But
Huh.
yeah, I'm just going to go striker.
It's like somebody else would have been the opposite.
Right? All right, next up, go to a majors match or take a training class. Is this a high quality trainer class?
Yep. Well, let's say it's about a $400 class compared to going to like nationals, which is like $275 or $300 to go just to the match,
Okay.
plus the cost of going, travel, food,
Ammo, all that good stuff.
it's gonna be like $1,000 either way.
Okay, cool. Builder, which one?
Oh, I definitely would stay at home and buy ammo.
That's not an option.
At this point, that's the only option.
Yeah.
I burned through like 200 rounds of ammo today on my range trip, and it physically hurt. I cried on my way home from the range today.
Yeah,
Stopping.
my answer for this one is a big fat not applicable. I would
That's
stay
fair.
at home and buy ammo.
What if somebody gave you the ammo? Hint, I'm not giving you ammo. This is theoretical.
Theoretically, I'd probably go to another class
You'd probably stay at home and hoard the ammo that someone gave you.
and buy more.
All right, Manny, which one? Class or major?
Probably go. It would depend on the instructor for me. If it was someone I really wanted to take a class with, and it was no other. It was either go to major, go to nationals, or take this class from Max Michel, JJ Rakaza.
They're
I'd
going to
take-
be there silly.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Is it not on the same weekend?
Not well. They probably wouldn't be, but if it was this or that, it'd probably be go to nationals unless it was like take that class with once in a lifetime.
So I would take a training class. The level of my shooting as it sits right now could benefit greatly from classes, as anybody can benefit from them. But I'm not at a level where I would feel competent or comfortable going to a majors match. It would be wasted time. Yes, I could see other people shoot and I could meet some cool people, but I and my skill would benefit more from the class, and that's where I'd go.
What type of class would you take?
Oh, now that is a good question. I don't know. Builder, what kind of class would you take?
I would take a 2-day tactical carbine class.
Oh,
Ooh, good choice.
Remember, I don't really care that much about USPSA like you guys do. I'd rather be proficient with everything.
I mean, I would neither. I'd love to be proficient in everything, but I don't have a love for rifles that much. I like
Honestly,
rifles.
But
I think I might try
That's
to do
my
a
problem.
3-gun class.
Ooh, there you go.
What is a 3-gun class count?
they have 3-gun classes?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Joe
forget
Fairwell
they
teaches
do.
one.
Can you skip the shotgun part and not fail?
No, but you can run the VR80 with me. Let's take turns.
Right. You
Okay.
just run the open shotguns and not worry about it.
The
Can the
only exception
VR80
to shoot an open shotgun is just be screaming "wee" the entire time.
does the VR80 take chokes?
Yes.
Yes.
It actually comes with 3 chokes.
Good.
Which is really nice.
What's the MSRP on that?
$575, something like that. I think it's extremely affordable.
I saw one in the wild in Minnesota for $950.
In the wild. Dang, that's a lot though. Was that when you were just up there?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why, because it's crunch time and people are, yeah, freaking price gougers. They didn't pay that much for it. All right, so our next one is, let me highlight that one. Okay, live in the woods forever alone, or live with your worst enemy forever, but get $1,000 a month. Builder.
This was made by somebody who does not have children.
That's a very good point.
Not applicable.
Sometimes it feels like living with your worst enemy.
No. Obviously, it would be live in the woods alone, but I wouldn't want to live in the woods alone without my kids and my wife.
It's
You're
true.
single. You're a single bachelor. You're 22.
Oh, man.
Our brains are so fried from children, we can't even imagine that anymore.
Single guy, 22. My forearms are enormous.
Only your right arm, right? Oh no, your left arm.
I've taken stock in hand lotion. Can you bring the hand lotion into the woods?
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and God help any small animal that's within 100 yards.
Come
You
here,
could-
fishy.
All right, Manny, which one are you doing?
I'd probably be living alone in the woods.
Yeah, I live alone in the woods too, because $1,000 is not that much money.
Yeah, I'm just saying I couldn't make it on $1,000 a month.
Well, that's
No.
extra besides your paycheck. So
So
that's
you
just,
got to go to work. You would just have to live with this person.
you have to live with the person,
No, I'm still living alone in the woods.
right? And
Right,
it's
you
not
know,
What
worth
if
it.
they accidentally die?
Do I get a gun?
I mean, you get
And the
$1,000
internet.
a month.
Do I get it? No, in the woods. Do I get a gun in the internet in the woods?
You can have the gun, but the internet's like 3G garbage dial-up.
That's all right. I can watch. I mean, I can grab a
You-
gun with that.
You mean buffering all day long, or it's gonna load all day? So
Or it
you
doesn't-
start it in the morning, and then it's ready by the time you go to bed.
Yes.
Hey, Kyle, how's it going? Kyle just popped in.
Isn't it about time for
You've
Jordan
got-
to be popping in?
Where's
Huh?
Jordan at?
He probably didn't. He probably didn't get the memo that we're on the different channel. I think that's where everybody is. I mean, we've only
How-
got 9-10 viewers this time around.
I blame Humble.
I blame him. No, don't blame Humble.
I
Why would
miss
you blame
him.
him?
I miss him.
I just talked to him earlier.
Lucky. I talked to him yesterday.
He's still alive.
That's good. He's on
Yep.
the Beretta kick though.
He is on a Beretta kick.
Can you blame them? They're beautiful.
I mean, I
mean,
want one
kinda.
too.
I was the first viewer on Aaron Cowan's Sage Dynamic, the Beretta video.
Did you
Was it-
type first in?
Huh?
Did you
No.
type first? No. You actually watched it, didn't you? Rather than just going first.
Yeah.
Was it worth watching?
I watched the first half of it, and then my wife came in and started talking to me. So I turned it off.
It takes me a good 15 minutes to watch a 3-minute video anymore.
Yeah.
20 times a video, somebody will need something along a 3-minute thing. It's absolutely insane.
My wife will talk to me as I'm watching a video, and I have to keep pausing.
Your
Exactly.
microphone's doing something weird.
My what?
Your microphone's doing something weird.
What's it doing?
Well, I was just getting feedback from Manny, and then I would hear myself after I talked. Manny,
Ah. Can you hear that?
Manny, you do it.
What? Oh, I'm still talking. Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Oh,
We'll
well,
figure it
live
out
with it.
It might be me, and I might need to put my headphones in. But if I go inside, I'm not coming back.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. We'll next live chat we'll try to get you the new mic set up. It's
Oh,
this.
yeah.
It's a second one of these. So I got 2 of them now. I know. But we're going to use that for the other project before then. All right. So our next one is this or that. Would you rather, I guess, would you, whatever, have all the guns you want, but no ammo, or only one gun, but all the ammo for an entire lifetime? So wait, so in thing number 1, you would have the gun and never be able to have ammo at all for them, or you would just have to buy it, and in thing number 2, it would be free ammo for a lifetime.
Correct.
Okay, so you do still have ammo in situation number 1, you just have to buy it.
Correct.
Okay,
That changes things.
Builder,
That changes things.
it
And
does.
the guns are free in number 1.
Okay, and the ammo's free in number 2,
Correct.
and the gun. Okay, yeah, no, I'm going number 1. I'll gladly pay for ammo. What'd you do, Builder? Are you still thinking? You're still contemplating?
I'd buy a Generation 5 Glock 23.
Oh, you son of a bitch! I see where you're going.
I would get a 9mm barrel. See how far Mandy's nose has turned up? I would get
Never
a
mind.
9mm
Now that you
barrel,
said that, it makes sense.
Yep.
and I would get a 357 SIG barrel. That's not true. I wouldn't do the 23. I'd get a 35.
No,
And I'd get a
24.
9mm
Oh,
barrel and a
the SIG
357
version.
barrel.
Nice, Manny.
Because free 357 SIG would be wonderful.
I would go with the one gun, but that would be a Rafferty custom open gun, and have all the free 9 major. Well, no, it'd be 38 super comp ammo.
Yeah, no, I'm still taking free guns. I'll pay for ammo.
It would be hard to hunt with, but I think I could get by.
Mm-hmm.
See, I could just get a hunting rifle and then buy a couple of rounds for it
I could use a crossbow
for free.
Ooh, there you go.
because I'm going to use a crossbow this year.
Because you're going to live in the woods forever alone.
I'm excited to see that. However, it's going to really throw me off when I don't hear kapow from like 100 yards behind me this
No,
time.
I'm still using a firearm in firearm season.
Oh, okay.
I have a 308 for a reason.
A 3.0 hate?
Yes.
Nice.
That'd be a good shirt too.
I like that one.
308.
Mark that down.
All right.
All right.
Actually, trio hate works better.
Oh, there we go.
I'm sorry. Did you say trio hate?
Trio hate.
Ah.
All
All
right.
right.
The last two are the ones I added.
Our next one is a Ruger competition 9mm revolver or a Ruger pistol competition. You have to buy it and run it. Ooh.
Now, is the pistol competition, is that striker fired or hammer
Yes.
fired?
Striker.
I forgot.
Can I trade it in for one of their 1911s?
It's the Ruger American pistol competition
Yes. I forgot I was going to be included in this. Now I'm sad.
because you have to come up with one.
Yes.
Dude, that is a hard one.
See, because if I didn't say you have to buy it, then the revolver would be the obvious choice. But I'm not going to pay that much money. I'm obviously getting the cheaper semi-auto. Final answer.
Is it optics
I'm going
ready?
to get the revolver because I just really don't want the Ruger American pistol competition.
So, for that
What are you doing?
reference,
I had to look up a picture. I don't know what this thing looks like. Oh, it's not optics ready. This is bullshit.
They sell an optics ready version.
Okay.
I think. Pretty sure they do.
I don't know.
Just pretend. Say it's optics ready.
for reference,
Ooh,
the 9mm competition GP100 comes in at an MSRP of $15.49.
Yeah, I'd still take the revolver over the.
You have
Dang.
to buy it.
Yeah, I'd still take the revolver over the. It may take me a few months, but I'm still taking that over the American. I so don't want that American. Is that
I don't know.
un-American of me?
The
Nothing?
American
I didn't get any love. Oh, you bastards!
The American pistol competition comes in at a MSRP of $579. You're talking $1,000 difference.
Yep. Does that give you any indication on how much I don't want that gun?
If you look at it
Trade
real
it
fast,
for a Ruger SPO one.
I'm sorry, Builder. What?
you
Put it really fast.
and the slide is drilled and tapped for direct mounting of red dot reflex sights, including Vortex, Burris, Sight Mark, Doctor, something stupid, MRDS, or similar footprint optic. That's right, everything but the ones you want to run, like a Leupold footprint or a RMR footprint.
Or even a SIG footprint.
Yep, don't have that either.
So what you're
I would-
saying, Builder, is it's an acceptable pistol if you go like this. I'll buy
Yeah, I just did that and it's fine.
it.
Looks like a Glock.
Just shake your head whenever you're using it.
Ba-bang, ba-bang, ba-bang.
Oh, that wasn't a good
Really
idea.
fast. I don't like looking at it.
All right. And our very... Oh, sorry, Manny. You never did say, did you?
I guess I'd take the revolver.
No, you have to buy it.
I'd buy the revolver. It's a cool looking revolver.
It is. They're awesome.
Apparently, I'm the only one cheap enough to run this.
I guess so.
It's fine.
Remember, when you get to be like 69 and you're still shooting, you're like, I'm gonna use this revolver because I'm old and frail.
That's true. It's a mandatory thing that when you hit over the age of 63, you must shoot a revolver in a competition.
When we're in our 60s, we'll be like, back in my day, we ran a rolling special.
It's gonna be
like with their laser guns shooting USB major power factor.
Back in my day, we had self-contained cartridges like this that ejected a portion of them as soon as you fired them, and then the real cheapo guys would come by and they run up behind you and they grab those little things up from the ground and they stick them in their bags.
And sometimes that little hot piece of brass would go down your shirt and melt your man titties.
So true.
All right. And our very last this or that for the evening, a 410 single shot or a 38 special Derringer for home defense. Oh, that's good. I know my answer. Builder, what's your answer?
Being that the originator of this post didn't limit a barrel length on said anything, I would do a 6-inch barrel Derringer in 38 special.
All right, then. Manny, how about you?
Do I get to have shell caddy?
A what?
Thing that holds the shells on the side of the shotgun.
Sure, go for it.
Still a single shot.
I'm still taking the 410.
All right. Yeah, I'm doing the Derringer. I'd go 4-inch because with the plus P rounds, a 38 special is pretty damn hot out of a 4-inch. But 410s are wholly unimpressive. So I'm going 38
the
special.
wad hurt really bad.
Say what?
The wad would hurt really bad.
It would.
Oh, yeah.
It would. I've actually seen a lot of images lately of people getting peppered by target load and bird shot out of shotguns. And it doesn't slow people down if you shoot them from more than 10 yards out.
No. But the wad hurts really bad.
It does.
I want to get some
Manny?
beanbag rounds.
I got a couple of them.
I actually got shown. So one of my recent gun purchases was purchased by an Indiana state trooper, and he showed me all of his nifties. And it was fun. He pulls out he actually had a 40 millimeter launcher and pulled out the bolera of rounds that he had. And he's like, yep, these 3 are beanbag. These 3 are smoke. I don't even remember what the frack the other ones were, but it was actually pretty cool. He had a pretty cool setup. He had a new computer setup where it was just the screen and like a little wireless keyboard. They moved the computer back to the trunk, so they didn't have like all that junk in the middle anymore.
That's nice.
It was. He said it was super nice on his back because he wasn't sitting like this anymore trying to type out his reports.
Was it kind of like an iPad then or something like that?
I don't remember. It was when I bought the new Frontier, so I don't remember. It was a little while ago, but so Michael Avon says 410 will just piss somebody off. 410 slugs. I'm trying to think how much power is behind a 410 slug.
I'm writing it right now.
Can you just say it too? I'm gonna have to read it, aren't I? When you write it out.
410 slug has the same power as a 38 special.
Okay. There you go. The Derringer comes with 2 shots though.
Yeah.
And if you get a plus P 38 special, they're actually relatively inefficient after 6 inches of barrel. Now, that being said, you could buy the 38 special Derringer, and I mean, do they make Magnum Derringers? 357 Magnum Derringers?
They make 4570 Derringers.
Why would anyone do that?
Barbecue gun.
Why? That sounds like speaking of barbecue guns, and so I sent Builder this message earlier that it was a picture of Demo Ranch and Kentucky Ballistics, and all it said was Matt's a dick. You know why I said that?
Yes, I watched the video.
Mandy, did you watch that one?
The whole video?
The Yeah.
The fight, right? Oh, the fight was hilarious.
Well, and through to the end, because
Mm-hmm.
basically what it came down to is Demo Matt he's a prick.
Mm-hmm.
He outlengthed poor Kentucky Ballistics by 6 inches on his custom-made Magnum Research revolver. What was that? What round were those chambered in? Were those 500 Smith & Wesson Magnums?
Yeah, because that's what started the whole thing. Was,
I know. That's just a waste of a
he was
BFR, though.
I
Sorry.
do like his the titanium nitrided little stumpy BFR.
That one was kind of cool.
I think that looks cool. I
But
have no
500
interest in shooting it.
I just feel like 500 Magnum is a waste of a BFR.
I feel like 500 Magnum is a waste of a round when you could shoot a 460.
That's right. Like you've got 460s. You could get a 4570 in a BFR.
Yeah, and if you had that with a 26-inch barrel, you would be pushing out about the same velocity as my Marlin.
That would hurt so bad.
But if you have,
Stream penetrators plus P.
I still need my lever gun. I'm still pissed about that. I should have one. Freaking Tombstone Tactical.
That's okay. You can still order ammo and use mine.
Right, yeah, I guess at least at this point we're not trying to double up on the ammo, but
So, Professor, yes, 460 is not a 50 cal, but it also does shoot 454 Casull and 45 long Colt, which is a major benefit in my opinion.
yeah, one gun with multiple caliber options is nice.
I also, yeah, I want to shoot a 45. I've actually never shot a 45 long Colt. I hear they're not
I'm
open.
not a judge.
That doesn't count. Did it kick much?
It kicks harder than 410 does.
Okay.
It was interesting. We had my sister-in-law's wedding this past weekend, and Friday night was the quote bachelor party, which was nothing. We shot a little bit, and my brother-in-law's dad was
It
there.
was
and he
filled with
said-
boobs and beer.
yeah,
Man boobs and root beer.
he went to his car, and they came from Florida. He went to his car, and he's like, "This is my travel gun." He brings it out and sets it down. He sets it right down to my next to my 10.5, and I said, "Well, that's my travel gun." And he said, "Well, I don't have one of those." He unzips his zipper case, and he's got a 6-inch barreled Taurus Judge in there. I'm like, "Oh, that's cute."
My stepdad he's been talking about getting new gun. They're getting guns because everybody's everybody who is somewhat defensive minded is in that mindset now. And he's talking about getting one because he bought into the hype. And I'm trying to explain to him, that it's not a good option. The 410 round out of that thing is just crap. It peppers people. Even the 410 slugs and the 410 buck shot out of those things is weak as hell. And I can't get him to understand it. And it makes me sad.
My dad has one of those safes that you punch in the code and the front of it falls down, and it's holding the gun vertical.
I actually like those.
When he bought that, he test fit a Judge in there because he already had a Judge, and he wanted to make sure it would work. So he test fitted in there. It worked out great. Got home, got it all mounted, got the code put on, grabbed his Judge, put it in there. What he test fit was a 2.5-inch cylinder Judge. He had a 3-inch cylinder Judge.
Oh,
so it
no.
didn't fit. So now he has 2 Judges because he went out and bought another one.
Nice.
So my brother-in-law and I are kind of laughed about it. We're like, well, I guess we each get a Judge.
Right.
This is fun. There's 2 we don't have to fight over.
Mandy, that was a very interesting thing to see. Just that.
So yeah, the
Oh, I know
windscreen.
it is the windscreen for your mic. All right. Well, we're starting to slow down a little bit, and I'm getting tired. So
There's
we'll
only
give the
7
chat.
people watching.
Huh?
And there's only 7 people watching.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to get a whole lot better anytime soon, since we're on the B channel. We may have to.
Especially not next week.
Right, not next week, because once again.
I get this.
Oh, I unplugged that. We are.
Bed at 8:30.
'Cause, yeah, once again, we are going to go back to bi-weekly on our live chats. We are going to be doing every other week. So next week, we will not be having a live chat. I'll make sure to post up some reminders and let you guys know. And also, you just won't get the email notification that there's going to be a live chat.
Which I didn't anyway.
I get them, but I better. It's my channel. But yeah, we will be coming up with some new content. We're not going to have any next week. It'll probably be after that we'll come up with that. But it is coming. We got a couple of new things coming down the pipeline. And in the meantime, we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks, I think.
See you guys.
Sounds good. All right. So have a good night, everybody. Manny, where can they find you?
They can find me right here on YouTube and Instagram as Manny Things. I post 2 videos a week, one on Tuesday, one on Fridays. I'm trying to put out as much content for you guys as I can, getting better. So hopefully I'll see you there watching the video. Like, share, subscribe. But I'll see you in 2 weeks here at the next live.
All right. And Builder?
You can find me on the Work the Trigger page, as well as Work the Trigger Overtime. And if you would like to double Manny's subs, the 4 of you watching can subscribe to him.
That is a very good point. Head over to Manny Things and subscribe. And you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, all at / Work the Trigger. I never remember which way is which. Anyway, it's Work the Trigger on all of the social media plats. And yeah, subscribe and do the stuff. I don't know, whatever, guys, at this point.
We need to get the Overtime channel to 100 subscribers, please.
We do. We are at I actually
44?
have no idea what we're at right now. Is it 44?
Yeah, last I looked.
Okay, it's 48 right now. So we're at 48 subs. We need 52 left. That could be a while. So yeah, thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.